If Tesla came out with a huge SUV with the styling of the Cybertruck, is that something that would interest you? Personally, I think I could get on board. We're going to talk about it. The Model X, of course, has existed for what seems like forever now, but a while back, there was a post on X where someone said, we need big Teslas for big families. So Tesla's proven to be the most efficient and popular car on the market, but if we want more babies, if we want more kids, then we're going to need a bigger model to support that lifestyle. So imagine a Tesla family road trip across America. And you can see that itself was a response to somebody who said, hey, I was at the Tesla store the other day and I was checking out the current models and they're not big enough. In other words, there's a segment of the market that needs something bigger than the Model X, AKA maybe something more Tahoe-like, AKA maybe something like a Cyber Tahoe. Very briefly, if you haven't signed up for the Daily Tech newsletter, by the way, that's something you need to do immediately. Free, comes out on Fridays, doesn't waste your time. By the way, it comes with some free wallpaper every week, so why would you want to miss that? Now, I gotta tell you, as somebody who is actually interested in the Cybertruck, I know that a lot of people, I actually interviewed Miles from MKBHD's realm, his channel. He runs the autofocus with MKBHD, and he's like, hey, someone in the office has one. We talked about that. You can check out the interview actually on this very channel. But it's something that appeals to me. I either want a very old truck that doesn't have all the new cyber gadgets and all the tracking, or I want the latest, sleekest, craziest Cybertruck. But I do sort of miss an SUV that I had. I had an electric SUV and I got rid of it, had some battery issues. And so if I did get electric, it would definitely be Tesla. And I kind of like the look of this mock-up that someone put together. I mean, let's be honest, there's a market for this. I see Tahoes and Suburbans and the new Jeep that's huge also all over the place because it's like a very popular car that people feel is safe. They can fit everything that they need for their family and it's huge. People obviously like that. And it's not a minivan. Now, I'm not putting minivans down. I know a lot of people would like a minivan. I'm not interested personally in a minivan, even if it was a Cyber minivan. Although, as I say that, I take that back because let me see the thing first. I don't know, Elon might make the minivan cool. But if you could get maximum amount of storage and maximum amount of seats or car seats or whatever, I think not hard to see that this would be very popular. And I say that as somebody who traditionally doesn't like to see everybody having the same thing. But it's hard to get away with that in the car market unless you go super, super high end. Because even around here, like where I'm at, I see Cybertrucks all over the place. Whenever I drive, there's a couple Cybertrucks already. And those are pretty expensive and were sort of hard to get. Now they're rolling out, people have them wrapped. It's not just like the plain old finish. So there's a market, I think, for a bigger, and what I'm saying is cyber looking Tahoe-like vehicle. And I don't think the look would be too off-putting. In fact, I think people would like something different. If you don't want something different, then you would get something that's very ordinary, like the Tahoe. But if you want something that's different, that's very strong as well, with a ton of space, then yeah, I think that this would be cool. Now, I actually think that the Rivian is a little bit bigger than the Model X. And I know there's a lot of Rivian fans out there. That said, it still isn't a Tesla. And I think personally, like I would like the interior of the Tesla better. This is just subjective though. You're gonna like one thing, I'm gonna like one thing, other people are gonna like one thing. So overall, I think more options are better. People are already talking about if they were to do this, then they should make it like 3 rows of 3, a 9-seater. And if that's the case, then you're almost talking about like a robo-van sort of setup. Anyway, so I don't know, it could be paradigm shifting. I think Elon likes to do paradigm shifting things, but here's the thing. This isn't just conjecture, okay? Because going back to that original tweet that I showed you from earlier, look at that. Elon actually responded to Naomi here and said, okay, if you're watching this clip, it's very likely that you own an Apple device. And if you do, and you'd like to learn how to be more productive, I've got a course for you. It's called Learning to Be Productive. And it's gonna help you get more done in less time with less burnout in the Apple ecosystem. I'll link it up down below. So it's actually very possible that this was the domino that knocked over a cascade of different effects. And in several years down the road, maybe we would end up with a cyber SUV of some sort, which you could like or you might hate, but I think a lot of people would actually end up buying. I don't know where you stand on the whole electric versus combustible thing. Personally, I kind of would like to have a foot in each camp and a little bit of each. I did have that for a while, but like I said, I had some battery issues. So if I do go back down this route, I don't know. This could be kind of interesting. I really do like, What appeals to me about the Cybertruck as it is right now is, number one, it's a little bit different. And I don't even really care if it's ugly or cool. I think from some angles, I like how it looks. I think it's kind of cool. I think from the back, it's fairly ugly when you're driving behind it. So many people have said that it's fun to drive, and just keeps coming back to that. Fun, it's utilitarian, it's different, but it's fun. So let me know, what are your thoughts?